Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Kiss the Vinyl, where we talk about our favorite music vinyl, and artists. And joining me, as we had before, is my good friend, Mark.
Greetings, Ken. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Are you doing good too? Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been pouring rain here like crazy, but it's
Oh,
suddenly stopped. So hopefully now we'll have a nicer day.
okay, good. Well, actually, I would like rain here. That'd be nice. Uh, but it depends on where you're at and how much rain you've been getting or not getting. So,
Exactly.
uh, first of all, though, on this episode, we want to talk about any new vinyl announcements, for instance, that have been come out there, re-releases, or any kind of things that vinyl wise that are for sale, or if you have pre-ordered any of
Mm.
those things. So, do you have anything?
Oh yes. I mean, as you know, I'm involved with a couple of other podcasts like you. We do the Kiss one, and I also do a Yes one.
Yeah.
Right now, Yes is putting out a new album called Aurora. That should be
Okay.
coming out
Yeah.
in June. Uh, I already have the advance, because we're one of the big
Oh,
Yes
nice.
podcasts,
Okay. Special.
but
Yeah.
it's just the MP. It's like an MP3. It's a digital version of it, right?
Yeah. That's nice
Just
to have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's nice because I mean I'm pretty familiar with the record now long before it's coming out, and just between me and you, it's fantastic.
Oh,
It's
good.
honestly one of the best Yes albums I've heard in a very very long time. So
Okay.
I highly recommend it for anybody who's into Yes music. But I did, as a loyal fan or supporter, I like to say supporter instead of fan. As a loyal
Yes.
supporter, I did pre-order the yesworld.com exclusive version of it. I think it's some sort of colored translucent pressing of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes with some certificate of authenticity. I don't know why they did that, but it's
Oh,
okay. It's
really?
nice to have it. Maybe because it's coming from the home website. Who knows?
Maybe they want and bootleggers.
Yeah, or
Be
whatever.
damned.
So I got that ordered, and also Mr. Frank Zappa, the guy who does all his digital transferring, who takes care of his vault, Joe Travers,
Mm-hmm.
had a record label out a while back. Him and Gail Zappa did a Voltamatic or Voltinator Records. It's
Uh-huh.
something to do with Vault. I can't
Yes.
remember offhand now, but they restarted the label, and one of the first things that they put out now, or are putting out, is a record from 1966. This is before even the first album came
Oh,
out,
wow.
Freak Out. So it's early
Way out.
Mothers of Invention stuff that they're putting out, and they found it in the vault, and they're putting it out
Hmm.
on vinyl and CD and stuff. Of course, I put in my order immediately for
Okay.
the vinyl for
Right.
that.
Right.
So that's on the way, and the Rolling Stones thing also. Now, but
Uh-huh.
here's the thing: I have a little beef with this, okay?
Okay.
Because I signed up to their list, to their mailing list, and everything when it came out under the cockroaches bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they announced that everything is out, the vinyl and 7 different colors and the CDs and all that. And every time I go to their site, it says this is for United States people only. So why did you make me sign up for this? Why are you hounding me with tons of emails
Uh,
with stuff if I
it's
can't even order the damn thing? You know?
Is there a so when you go to the site, I don't know if some sites, they have like a flag or something at
Yeah.
the top
And I went to
where you can
change it,
change it. Yeah. Nothing.
and it didn't change. No, and plus sometimes all that seems to do is just change the currency and not really
Oh,
any of that, right?
yeah, yeah.
So it just, instead of it being $40 US, it's now $60 Canadian, right?
Yeah,
But the thing is, I
that
wouldn't, either
sucks.
way I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind, but again, why do that? Why get me all these messages if I can't get it? Being a non-U.S. citizen, and the Rolling Stones are not even U.S. either. So what's the deal with that? So give me a break.
Yeah, that's right. They're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. That's weird. I find it strange that you should be able to order. Um, yeah, that's weird.
Their loss.
Try again. Though I did order that. Um, and I ordered, what else did I order? Well, a while back I ordered those Megadeth
Mm.
repressings, Euthanasia
Yeah,
and Countdown to Extinction, and they're
good
both
albums.
double albums and remastered, I guess. So
Hmm.
I'm hoping that it's good, great sounding and stuff. So
Hmm.
I'm hoping they do a good job with that. Otherwise, I haven't. Oh, I mean, the other thing I'm interested in that I want to hear more is the Deep Purple
Mm.
Splat. I
Yeah,
heard the first song. I like that first
yeah.
song.
I watched a video the other night of that, and I was. It's interesting because at first when I was watching it, I mean, I know these guys are up there already, so I'm
Sure,
not expecting it. But I mean, like, what's his name? Pasty looked a
a little
little
slower than normal.
little stiff on the drums there, and
Yeah,
they didn't have too much movement behind Ian Gillan either. He was very stationary. But I'll tell you something. Don Ari, the keyboard guy, and their new
yeah.
guitar player. I don't know what his name is, but
Guitar player is good. Yeah,
those two are fantastic. The sort of lead lines that they were sharing in unison there, fantastic stuff. So I am interested as well in it. It's so
yeah,
I probably will grab that record when it comes out.
yeah. I probably will too. It says it's a harder rocking.
Mm,
I was like, oh, I'm all for that. If they
yeah.
do that, go back to more rock. I'm good with that. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. All right. Well, beyond that, I think we'll go into our main topic or focus
Yes.
of this episode, and it has to do with vinyl messages, not meaning that within the songs themselves. It's more within the runout groove.
Yes. The
Uh,
dead wax.
yes, the dead wax, runout groove, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
There's secret messages that are sometimes in there, and it's always good. Yeah, it's always good to look at that anyway. I mean, you see other stuff on there like numbers and maybe who mastered it.
Mm-hmm.
The record and that sort of thing with initials and other characters that they put on there.
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then, I'll look at them especially when I get a new one. But there's ones I hadn't looked at in a while or something. I go back and I look at it, it's like, oh, I never seen this before. It's like a message in there. It's like, wow, and I never knew it was there, and it's like, oh, what's that all about? So there's some messages that maybe mean nothing or mean something to somebody else or whatever. It's just or a crazy thing. So we'll go into that. And it wasn't too hard to find. I knew a few of mine already that I'd known there was a message on the run out of the vinyl, and so I'm guessing you pretty much knew yourself, Mark. Was it easy
Yeah.
to find?
I mean, see, the thing is, one thing that I've noticed about this sort of way of looking for stuff is that normally I find that first pressings of records have these bits of information. Usually, if you find later repressings of it or even remasters, sometimes they don't put anything in the dead wax. Because I have a couple of records, like I have a Black Sabbath record, and on the original pressing of it, it had some kind of written thing in there, like even if it was like like the mastering guy, like from wherever, like
Yeah,
let's say Robert Ludwig master disc, but
yeah,
but on the later reissues of it, it wasn't on there. There was no
right.
longer. It's usually on the original first pressings. You'll see that a lot, unless they repeat using the same
The
stampers,
stamper.
which
Uh-huh.
is unlikely down the line.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but that's usually a good indicator. Otherwise, that you have a first pressing if you see this sort of stuff.
That's true. And yeah, the usually the like you said, the second pressings or third or whatever, you don't see anything. And usually
Yeah,
it's by some mastering person or maybe not even a person. I don't know what they do
or
all
it's
the
the
time.
same master, but they just don't. When they make the new stampers, they don't call Bob back in it. Can you come and notch this again? He's
Right,
like, come on, guys. Like,
right.
he'll do it the first time, but
Sometimes it's a new master. It's like, we've seen
Yeah,
ones where it changes even on the first pressings from one master to another, maybe because they're
yeah,
making so many, like, Robert Ludwig, and then you see, Alan Zance or whatever,
yeah. That's
AZ,
true.
RL on one and AZ on another. So
Yeah,
anyway,
I got a kiss alive like that.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well, let's get into first
Hmm.
secret message on vinyl. I'll let you start, Mark, with your first.
Okay. So I was looking through, and the funny thing is, Ken, I've seen plenty of these messages on my records, but of course, you know how this works. The minute you have to go down and find these, you're like, okay, this one doesn't have one. This one doesn't have one. Wait a minute, I thought this one did have one. And then just next thing you know, that turns out to be a half an hour searching thing. I'm like, man, I thought I had a lot more of these. But of course, I do. Just I wasn't probably looking in the right spot. But I will. This one I knew immediately I had
Okay.
dead wax info on it because just to let you guys know who are collectors, there are certain people and certain labels that like to do this regardless. One guy that's known for doing this is Joe Rigosu at Friday Music.
Oh, yeah.
Joe there, he loves doing these little bits of information on the dead wax. So I had two of his Friday Music pressings by Yes. So I picked Tormato.
Hmm.
Okay, if you look here
Yep.
in the back, you'll see that there's Friday Music, right?
Yes.
Now, the original version of this album was just a standard album sleeve, but the Friday Music one is a gatefold
I do
that
gatefolds a
has
lot. Yeah.
yeah, and that has the intersleeve information in the gatefold instead,
Right.
right?
Yep. Yep.
So
That's
that's
nice.
one thing that you'll notice with that. But on here, here's the vinyl. Now, bear in mind, people, that you're not going to probably be able to see this stuff on here because it's hard
Yeah.
enough to see as it is here. But on side one here, he has in the dead wax, I'll read it to you real quick. It says tomato tormado. You know,
Oh,
like
I get
tomato
it.
tomato. He has
Tomato,
like
tomato. Uh-huh.
tomato. So he has like tomato tormado on side A, and
Okay.
on side B, he has. Let me find the other one there. Oh yeah, here it is. I get the light. Potato portado.
Okay.
So
Right.
he kind of made like
Okay.
a play on
All right.
words like potato,
Yeah.
potato.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Potato, potato.
he used a Tormato record to do it. So there's the one that you want
That's
to get. It's
nice. Yeah.
the pressing from Friday Music. Uh, it sounds decent. Joe Riguso has been known to be very hit and miss on
Hit and miss.
his
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
masterings of these records. Now, here's the funny thing though. Uh, I also have a Friday Music pressing of Going for the One by
Yes.
Yes, which is the record before this. And the funny thing is on that one, it's a well-known thing apparently to people who know Joe Ragoso and his history of music that he's a big dog person, like rescuing dogs,
Yeah.
especially Dalmatians. And apparently, and I can't remember for the life of me what the exact thing is, but on each side of the Going for the One record, he has some mention about saving Dalmatians or saving some sort of dog
Hmm.
breed on each side of it. So again, it doesn't need to be
Interesting.
anything ultra funny. It doesn't need to be anything
No.
political or anything like that. But sometimes people put their own kind of messages on these things for whatever reason. Like dog saving is important for this guy, so he uses it in there. Now the thing that I'm wondering about that is did Yes know that they were gonna that
Uh,
he was gonna put that on there, like because I'm not saying that they would have any issue with it, but
yeah.
I could imagine those guys going, what the hell is this guy going on about dogs for? And
When it
you
was
know,
reviewed, it
yeah,
probably
or
wasn't even looked at
yeah, I mean they probably just send it to
when
management
the
and
test
management's like, okay,
pressing.
that's good.
Yeah. It's just more worried about the sound than anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, like I said, these records are hit and miss.
Yeah.
The Friday Music ones, but I'm pleased to say that this one turned out pretty good.
Mhm.
As good as can be, because Tormato is also very well known to be a record that had some issues. They had some, phase issues and some supposed Dolby alignment things. It wasn't so much the Dolby; it was just mainly the alignment of the tape machine that got a little wonky.
Mhm.
So the sound overall got a little screwy. But there's the
Okay.
dead wax. You look in the dead wax, and the thing is, on black vinyl, it's usually pretty easy to find these things. But man, I got a couple of translucent ones, and they become a
Oh,
little bit
that's hard to
trickier to
see
look.
anything on
Yeah.
translucence. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. The Joe Rugoso. It's funny you bring him up because I was just playing the
Oh, excuse
Friday
me.
music
Mm-hmm.
uh, album of Jefferson, Starship,
Oh, okay.
Freedom at Point Zero, and it's an orange, kind of translucent, but no
Mm-hmm.
message or anything. I don't think I didn't look at it that hard, but the thing is, that was a really, really good uh, mastering
Mm-hmm.
on that. It's better than my promo.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah, yeah. Surprisingly, my promo surprisingly was not the greatest sounding,
Huh.
and the actual, this one sounds a lot better. I thought, wow, this is even
Well,
better.
good for Joe. Did Joe
So
do it?
they did, yeah, he did that one.
Okay,
So
great.
did a good job. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, but I have others by Joe that are not so good. So like you said, hit or
Mm-hmm.
miss. All right, we'll go into my first one that
All
I
right,
have
let's see
here.
what you got.
Let's see, you might like this one. Here we go. Let's see. Well, first of all, it's Iron Maiden's Power Slave
Nice.
album. And this is one of their best albums, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But this has a textured kind of cover on it. It's original pressing, uh, and it has an normal inner sleeve.
Now, is it original US or UK?
Original US.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's a US. Yeah. Okay, so this one does have a message in it, and I don't know if I might put that back because I have, I do have screenshot out of it too. But it says there's only one period, like
Yeah, one
and one and I was reading about it. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know.
Mhm.
You can see it. Oh, you can almost see that actually. That's kind of
Yeah, I can kind of make it out a bit. Yeah.
anyway. Uh, I guess the other side on mine is scratched out. So they caught something, and then they had to scratch it out because it was
Mhm.
written on the other side. I guess some more got out that way, where it was something about their road crew or something
Mm.
they would say or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, and the other side would say um, something like, the is the FM, basically,
Mm.
without saying the bad word, the F
Yeah.
word, followed by um kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it was something they used to say.
Yeah.
I do have. Uh, let's see here if I can even show it here. If I have that, let's try and see if you can see that. There is the
Oh, okay. Well, that turned out actually pretty good.
yeah, yeah. It's if you want to take pictures of this stuff, it's not easy. I'm surprised I got it. I had to you have to get the light right and everything
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
exposure.
It says that right there. There's only one.
Yeah, and the other side would say, I believe it was F that
Yeah.
word, full word.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be clean, but
Yeah.
but on mine, it's actually scribbled out. If you look at this one here, just imagine just scratching it all out, and
Yeah.
so that's what they did. So they went back to I guess the lacquer or
Mm.
something and
Yeah.
scratched it out because they didn't, like do a new lacquer
Yeah.
or whatever. And they they just scratched it out and then did a new
Or
stamping.
or maybe
Or
there are some US ones that are out there floating around that don't have it scratched.
yeah, or could you scratch out
The stamper.
the stamper?
I wouldn't
Possibly.
recommend it, but I
Like
mean,
like an engraver would
yeah,
do
I don't. I'm not
on a
sure. I don't know enough
trophy
about. Yeah, I
or
don't know enough
something.
about that to give you a definitive answer, but I would say it
Okay.
would be probably safer to do it on the actual lacquer than it
Yeah.
would be to do it on the stamper, because the stamper you don't want to mess around too much with that. They're thin
I
enough
know.
as it
Yeah,
is.
and you can get, I guess, fragments into the other parts of the groove
Yeah.
that shred off. Though, yeah, it'd be probably a big no.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was that one. I'll remove that from the stage here. So yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's a great album anyway by itself. Iron Maiden's a great
Absolutely.
band. Finally going to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yay.
Like it took so long. I don't know why, but that's the way the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is these
Yeah.
days. So, all right. So you're number 2, Mark.
All right. Well, this is going to be actually sort of ironic here. Give me 1 second here.
Oh, really?
Yes, because let me get it out of the protective sleeve here. Because my album that I selected is also Iron Maiden.
Excellent.
Now, I picked, and I'll go through this a bit here, Somewhere in Time.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, this has a very, very glossy cover to it, because this
Yeah,
is
it
a
is.
very interesting pressing of this record. If you turn it and flip it, you'll see there's a little white box up there. Okay, right there. Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, that is for Gala Records. Now, that's out of Russia. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
really?
you already. I know what you're thinking already when you hear that. You're
Is
like,
it
oh god,
official?
this is gonna be. Oh, it's official, because
Okay.
because EMI made a deal with Gala Records to press records officially in Russia of Iron Maiden's catalog, because Iron Maiden wanted desperately to go and play Russia, and the one way
Mm-hmm.
that they said they would agree to do it would be if their record of a record label there officially released it and they ex-nayed on the illegal pressings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Gala Records went ahead and did it, and here's the interesting part about it. This was very not well known in collector circles for a long time. Only my friend Patrick told me about this, and at the time he told me, nobody was really hip to this. And
Mm-hmm.
he told me, I was able to get these records for dirt cheap, like $25 and under, like 25, 30
Oh,
the most for
okay.
these. And why everybody went gung ho for these is because these are made from the UK for stampers. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay. So they gave them the
they're
stampers.
they gave them the stampers for it.
Oh, okay. So it's probably going to be good then.
It
Yeah.
sounds awesome. It sounds absolutely fantastic, this record.
Wow.
I also got Seven Son of a Seven Son from Gala Records as well, and that
Uh-huh.
sounds incredible. Okay, on here now, in here, it's funny because I looked at it. I was like, did they use the same? If they use the stampers, they'd have the dead wax info in here, and sure enough, it's in here. Now again, of course, because it's black and it's lightly written, it's hard to see it. One thing it says here is it says Sterling Sound
Yes.
DMM, right, in light writing.
Oh, DMM. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a digital master, but it sounds incredible like this. Trust me, I wouldn't lie to you, Ken.
Does that stand
And
for digital, or is it,
direct
or
metal
direct metal mastering, right?
mastering, yeah.
That's right. Okay.
And then on the side A, okay,
Yep.
it's written on here. Okay, it's hard to read here. It says here in quotations, I were so loud. Yeah, I were so loud. That's
I
it's like
were
one of those
so
British.
loud.
I were so
Yeah.
loud. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's again one of those
The
British
A
sort of
side. Yeah.
inside lines that they have. So here's what you're looking for. Okay. It has that Gala Records thing right over top the Iron Maiden name
Uh-huh.
there. Right.
Yeah.
side A, side B. And again, I'm telling you, I have a Canadian pressing of this.
Yeah,
Sounds good, right? But this sounds just
a lot
absolutely
better.
fantastic.
Wow,
And
that's
but
amazing.
unfortunately, the one thing about this is that now that it got out, like we
It's
mentioned it on a few
expensive, hard
podcasts,
to find, probably.
it went up. Like they're not necessarily hard to find.
Okay.
They're out there, but they have definitely gone up in price.
Yeah.
Because the other day I went to go see, hey, you know what? Now that the buzz has kind of died down on this, maybe I should go back and see if I can find myself like a number of the beast or something on this. And they had it, but man, it was expensive. Like it was really expensive. But luckily for me, I have a really good Canadian Wally cut of Number of the
Oh,
Beast,
Wally. Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
by Number of the Beast, sorry, my Peace of Mind one, I really lucked out in that. Back when I was going to this one record store, he had an Australian maxi cut promo copy of Peace of Mind,
Mm-hmm.
and these maxi cut records are incredible. Like they're like the ones you want to look for. Okay,
Okay.
and you never heard Where Eagles Dare, how it sounds on that record. It's
Hmm.
like wow. I was like, holy shit, this is great. It was unbelievable. So that there is another one of those dead stamp things. So again, because it was so lightly written, with that
Yeah.
etching pen that they use, the one side had it was so loud on one side, and
Uh-huh.
on the other side it just has the Sterling Sound DMM etched in on the other side as well, because the rest of it is stamped, like pressed, like the
Uh-huh.
catalog number and all that stuff is
Yes.
all on
Yes.
there. So
Okay.
again, another one of those British sort of terms in there that you love, you know. But it's great. I mean, honestly, if you can afford to pay a little bit extra, and the only thing I'm unsure about, because this was, of course, pre, tariffs and all this other stuff that happened. I
Yeah.
don't know how the shipping's going to be coming from Russia now,
Oh.
but uh,
I don't
you
know.
know, but it was,
I haven't bought
if you
anything
can,
from Russia lately. Yeah.
yeah, if you can find it though, I would highly recommend it.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. I didn't know about that. Those pressings in that label in Russia.
Yeah,
So that's
I
interesting.
think they went up to Fear of the Dark, and then after that they didn't make them anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. I like that. So yeah, I'll have to look out for that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for my second one is a pressing. This came out 81 or 81 anyway. When did this one come out? I think it was 19. I can't see. 81, yeah. And it's Tom Petty and the
All right.
Heartbreakers. The Waiting, or Hard Promises. The Waiting was on this Hard Promises album. It had songs like The Waiting and Woman in Love and Night Watchman, King's Road. I mean, a lot of good stuff. I mean, you can't go
Yeah.
too wrong with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. So this one is a first pressing. This one has, might as well show a couple other things in it. Well,
Yeah, why not?
nice insert,
Mhm.
kind of heavy duty. And you got a lyrics on a different thing, like a poster, actually.
Oh, nice.
So let's see, you got this with the guitars. It's a Flying V, actually one
Nice
guitar.
V. Yeah.
Is Flying V. The other side there's the poster.
Very good.
Band, and then I guess in the studio and stuff. So that's that. Very cool. So I put it in a nice sleeve.
Very nice.
Okay, this one, all right, has a message on it on one side, and you probably not gonna be able to see it. This one's a hard one to see. So what I'm gonna bring, I'll just put it up here for now. Where is it here? Probably won't even be able to see anything, but I'll show you what it is. But it's just interesting. It's a message that is, I don't know, I can't. It's too hard.
Can't really see
But,
it
so
there.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the actual
Picture you took.
picture I took of it. It should be this
All right,
one
let's see what this
here.
says.
See if we can see if you can read it.
We love you.
We love you, J.L.
Okay.
So
JL.
I thought about it for a second. I was like, oh wait a minute, this is 81.
Mm-hmm.
This is shortly after John Lennon was assassinated, or
Yeah.
so. That's a message. We love you, John Lennon.
Very nice.
So that's a nice little message that they put on there. Yeah, because this is right after they were probably recording this, even during the time, that happened. I'm sure, because this came out. Well, I can't tell you what it came out in 81. I can't remember, but yeah. I mean, it was not long after, obviously. So, yeah, that was the message. So, little message sent out to John Lennon.
Yeah, I like it when people do that kind of stuff.
They send nice thing. Yeah, doing nice messages like that is really cool.
It's also like
So
a time capsule.
it is because I had to think, of like, who's JL? I'm like, wait a minute, and that's put two and two together. The time period and everything. And John Lennon is the only JL I know is John Lennon. It's like, oh, it must be. So there you have it. So we moved that. So yeah, great album. Good present. I think this is. I can't remember who mastered this one without going back and looking at it, but it's a good pressing. Sounds really good. A lot of the early Tom Petty stuff, or at least the initial pressings, always sound really, really good. Really, really good.
I mean, around that era, they were in a groove. Like, let's say the 70s, they probably really fine tuned the whole process of making records, and by this time, it was like, there was hardly probably any real bad sounding ones unless the recording was bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. And it was produced by Jimmy Iovine. Yeah, who first got with them, I think, on Dead with Torpedoes, which was the one before this one. So yeah, just had the right great sound, classic sound of the Heartbreakers. So
yeah,
that's my second one. That's my second secret message. So what you got for your third?
Now this is going to be a bit ironic.
No, really?
No. Not ironic in the sense that I had the same thing.
Okay.
But you'll see what I mean by ironic.
Okay.
Because let me just preface this by saying that during my searching for these sort of messages, I started getting a bit frustrated. I was like, Jesus, man, where the hell are all my records with these kind of things on it? And because I know I have them, but I didn't want to pull out some of the normal ones that anybody would expect or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I know how I'm going to figure out my third one. Easy breezy. I know for sure there's Dead Wax information on it. Why? Because it's my own record. Project Gemini.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Project Gemini in the year 3073, book 3, which is the last book of the 3. As you can see on the hype sticker here, it says final book at the bottom of the sticker. Right? This is, again, signed and numbered.
Right.
This is number 1, of course, because it's my copy. And I should always get the number 1.
That's right.
Now, just to show you again, like just to give you a quick overview before I show you the record and the message. So this record came with a little small poster that showed all of the releases that I had done up to that point.
Yep.
The singles and the albums. Okay.
Yes.
It also came with a nice 4-page booklet here.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
On the back is the guy like a fighter pilot helmet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And inside is the lyrics.
Yeah.
And all the stuff there that you want to know. And there's even like the couple of albums there on the bottom there.
Yeah.
Just 1 second. I believe there was one more thing in here. Yes, there's one more thing that's in here. As you can see, I wanted to make sure that everybody, got their money's worth. I'm a firm believer in that. And
Yeah.
here is the download card. I would have no problem showing you guys that.
Okay.
And it's sort of like an in memorandum card. But in there, if you are astute enough, you can even just, if you want to, just pause it there, because that number there will take you right to the digital download of the bonus songs.
Awesome.
Okay? So if you're interested in some
Yeah.
covers,
Yeah. Get
they're
on
right
there and
there.
download them.
That's right.
It's good stuff.
I would say go buy the record, but this album is sold out on vinyl, so there's no copies left. Now, here's the album. In of course a nice polyline sleeve. That's my biggest pet peeve ever. Okay, this is on root beer colored vinyl.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, root beer. It looks like root beer.
Now, now I've always been a big believer in putting in dead wax messages, and I've used them to talk about several things or to refer to several things.
Mm-hmm.
So inside A, on this one, I have in here, rest in peace, Alan White, because Alan White had died shortly before this record came out. This is 2021, yeah, 2021. So Alan White had died around that time period. And in the side B, dead wax in here, I have etched very nicely and legibly, although I don't think you can see it on here if I was to show it. It says, "The story never ends," which was basically a sort of hint at the fact that even though this is book 3, and I say it's the final book, that little message there, "the story never ends," is sort of a message that maybe down the line there might be a 3073 continuation or something else in conjunction.
Right. You can continue it if you want to. Yeah.
Or I could even make a record that predates it, like in the year 2073, like how it all started,
like a prequel.
Yes, exactly.
I get it.
So this was put in, and I always use the same guys, in case for those of you who are wondering. I always go to this gentleman named Kevin Park, right? And he does all my lacquer etchings for me. He's a fantastic guy. He worked at Lacquer Channel for like 10, 15 years.
Okay.
And then he because of family reasons, he needed to move to Ottawa. Okay. So he started his own independent company outside of Lacquer Channel. They still work for each other. Like sometimes they give each other work and stuff like that, like help each other out. But he needed to, move because of family stuff, and he still does it all for me. He is the one person who I trust, because when you've done a lot of work on a record, recording it, mixing it, like I spent weeks mixing this record, okay, to get it just how I wanted it. And I also master my own records as well. So, it took some time for me to go through it all and make sure it was all good, arrange the order. And then one of the most important parts for doing vinyl is the lacquer cut. So I sent him the masters, and he's the one guy that I trust, because he knows what I like now. At this point, we work together so much. So he sometimes he'll come back to me and say, "It sounds great. Don't do anything." Sometimes he might say, to the 200 hertz area overall, like a bit on the drums, there's a little hot. If you can maybe go back in and fix that, then I make some adjustments and it sounds perfect. So I trust him. And then because of that, because he says he doesn't, and this is the funny thing, he says he doesn't get a lot of people asking him to do that. The most people ask him is just to put in his initials, KP, in there, which is on there, right? But he said he doesn't get a lot of bands doing that, which he says is kind of sad, because he thinks it's a sort of a lost vinyl art thing, because back in the 70s, lots of people were doing it. In the 80s and 70s were putting in little messages. So he's glad that I do that. And I've had on prior records, rest in peace John Sykes, rest in peace Neil Peart is on one of my records.
Okay. Yeah.
So I use that to put in memory of some of my favorite artists and stuff like that, and leave little messages like that.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool that you do it too. So that's excellent. All right, so now my third one here.
What is the third one from Ken?
Third one is someone that seems to, I think, do it on his albums all the time. or her solo stuff, or maybe even on the best of. Might have had something. Anyway, it is Joe Walsh.
Ah.
People know he's a real great guitarist. This is his But Seriously Folks album.
Mm-hmm.
This is a promotional copy of the
Nice.
album, and with designated by that one way. And this one is cool. It's a good album. I had at the station, Indian Summer, Life's Been Good. That one. Everyone knows that one. There's a song on here called Tomorrow, which people have thought, that thought Kiss ripped off, or Paul Stanley ripped off for Shandy. It sounds kind of that same way it goes. And this is like look like an underwater picture photo.
Very cool.
Is that like a picnic under the water kind of?
Is that like Hypnosis did that?
Good question. I'm not sure without. I wouldn't,
It looks like something Hypnosis would do.
Yeah, I know it does look like something. This is like the picnic kind of table,
nice
covering kind of thing, for the slip cover or whatever, the inner sleeve. I don't know. Good question though. And then we got your.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
white label
promo.
Very nice.
And it has something on both sides on this.
All right.
I'm gonna, I'm just gonna put it up because it's easy. It's too hard to get it. So let's see. My pictures do the.
Your pictures are good, actually. So.
Yeah, it took a little, but I was able to get it. And figure it out. Okay, this one here is it says luncheon counter of the deli kind. This is I think
Close Encounters of a Third Kind.
Yeah, I think that's a play on that, because is that around that time period of that movie, Close Encounters of the. So Leia, luncheon counter of the deli kind. So luncheon kind of okay. It works with the kind of the theme of the table and lunch or whatever. Deli, whatever.
Too,
yeah. So that's the one side, and then the other side is, get this up here. There. Okay. This one says ... And
call it in the air.
Call it in the air. And
it's like when you're flipping a coin.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought, what's called in the air? I thought, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, call it in the air when you flip a coin.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's referring to, other than, flipping a coin, but maybe you want to flip the album or something. I don't know. So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. Both of those are kind of funny, quirky.
It says there it's 1978. This came out, so that's perfect time for Close Encounters. I think that was 77.
The third kind. Yep. Yeah. So for that, especially for the other.
The luncheon counter.
The luncheon counter thing. So, yeah, it's a really good album, great sounding record. I can't say anything more about it. Otherwise, it is really, really good. Let's see.
Any hit singles on this album?
Well, yeah, Life's Been Good.
Okay, yeah.
You know the song. If you don't remember.
Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I just wasn't sure what was on
Life's
this
Been
album.
Good so far. It's a long. What was it? It's the last song on the record. It's pretty lengthy, if I remember. I think also at the station was another hit. Life's Been Good. Listen to this, Mark. Life's Been Good. 8 minutes and 4 seconds.
Oh wow,
that's right up your alley. I bet it's worth it. The whole song it's just awesome.
Great.
Just an awesome song. So get that if you like that song and you want it the full version. It's awesome.
Because I've heard it on radio, but I'm very sure they didn't play the 8-minute version. There's got to be like a radio edit version of it or something.
Yeah, yeah. They did a radio edit of that one for sure. I
Yeah.
don't know if they play them now, like FM radio. If they play the whole thing, probably still don't,
Mm.
for that matter. So let's get that off the screen
Mm-hmm.
here, and then you can go into now away from the secret messages. We will go to recent
Pick.
pickup
Yeah.
pick of album
Okay.
we got recently.
So I'll show this one. This is this one. As soon as you said that we were going to do a recent pickup, I took advantage of that and wanted to talk about this one because I got just a little bit to say about it. It's not going to be a lengthy thing, but I'm going to talk about this. The Rhino Reserve release that just came out
No. Mm-hmm.
of Ronnie James Dio's Holy Diver. Okay.
Yep.
Now, the Rhino Reserve records are supposed to be, very geared toward the more audiophile type
Mm-hmm.
listener. The hype sticker says the following: the multi-platinum 1983 debut features the enduring tracks "Rainbow in the Dark" and "Holy Diver."
Yep.
Lacquers cut from the original analog masters by Matthew Luthen at the Mastering Lab. Now that's the Mastering Lab that now owned by Chad there at Quality Record Pressings. He owns
Oh yes.
all of Doug Sax's original tube system that he had. He was all adamant to let you know that it's the all original tube system that Doug
Right.
Sax used to use.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so it like that makes a real big difference. If you don't know how to use the gear, it doesn't matter if it's tube or not tube, it's going to sound like shit. So as long as you know how to use it,
You know how to use
then
it, right?
then it'll be good. Now, I bought this because I love Dio. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have that album.
This album cover, it feels it's not matte, but it's definitely not gloss. It's like somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
It looks very much to the original. The only thing is I noticed, because I have a couple of copies of this. I have the 2017 remaster done by Ian Sefcik, the guy who works at Capitol Record Pressing.
Okay.
He has an IS in the dead wax, that guy. And he did like a yellow translucent vinyl pressing of it. Capitol did Warner Brothers did.
Yeah.
And I liked it. It was good. It was a little bit more mid forward. And like the guitars are really but more crunchier and more in your face, and Dio's vocals were a bit more up front. And then I have a Canadian original pressing, which was a little bit more even keeled. It wasn't so much more like the guitars weren't much more in front. They were like more evenly mastered. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This I would describe as very much more bass heavier. The bottom end is much more fuller on this. Overall, the whole thing is a bit more fuller sounding. Do I like it that way? On my system, I think it sounds good because I have a very simple record system on purpose, because I like having a very neutral system, especially when I listen to my own test pressings and stuff like that. So I don't have any extra equalizers. I just have my project turntable, and I got my Clips speakers. They're only like 6-inch speakers. Yeah, they're like bookshelf speakers, but a bit bigger than bookshelf.
Yeah.
Right. Nice. And they sound great. You can crank them. Sure. They sound good. And for that system that I have, a very simple system, this sounds great because it has the extra bottom end. It sounds really good, nice and full. Now, if I had a stereo system that had a graphic equalizer and everything, I might be like, whoa, that's a little too much bass on this.
Right.
Because it is a lot low end heavier, this album, than the original, easily.
Interesting.
Because I listened to all three of them just in comparison. For all you people who are interested, I will quickly just show this. They provide with you the original type inner sleeve that came with it.
Good.
Yeah, there's no lyrics. It's just a bunch of photographs from the sessions and stuff like that. And it comes in I don't know if I would call it a good quality sleeve, but it's one of these plastic sleeves. It's almost like those Japanese releases.
It's a little bit heavier, right?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you about one I have after, but
it feels decent. Like it feels like a very good thing, right? Here's the the custom label that they have for it
Their
is not.
labels.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
that's where
all
the
in red and
yeah, for the sort of reserve releases have this on here.
special label. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And in here it has as well like all the catalog information. And of course, just to keep Chad happy, it has the TML-M. So the mastering lab
Mastering Lab.
dash
Uh-huh.
M, which means they use the master lathe. But I don't think they're using both lathes in this setup now. Because if you got an M, it means it was cut off it was used off the master lathe
Right.
cut. And if you had the S, it means that the
The slave.
secondary lathe was used, and that
Yeah.
one was the one that they used. So again,
Do they call it secondary or the S for secondary or slave?
either way, it could be
Same kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
means the same thing. Now, the
Yeah.
one thing that I'm going to say that might make people go, "Oh, I was ready to go out and buy, but now I don't know." Side A and side B of this record both have 3 seconds of what I would consider distortion at the top. So when it starts for Stand Up and Shout, it goes
Yeah.
on guitar, but on this copy it goes like there's a little
yeah.
static at the top.
Something in there.
I was like, what the hell? And I thought, okay, maybe it's my needle. But I flipped it over, played this side, which has straight through the heart, and that starts with a drum fill.
Yeah.
And it starts off with so I was like,
Wow.
okay, there's something wrong with their stamper. For the
Yeah.
first ones that are here, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody who has bought this record for the first run of it might have that same thing. But you know what? I'm not bringing it back because it's
Okay.
literally in and out. Like before you know it, it's just I noticed that when I dropped the needle and I turned around for a second, I was like, "What the hell was that?" I went back and re-put it down again,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
just like a little static thing that happens at the top.
Okay.
But the rest of the record sounds
It's
fantastic.
fine. Yeah.
So
Well,
to
that's
me,
cool.
it's not worth going back and I don't like it. It made a noise for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
So
It's not enough to
no,
warrant taking it back.
not for me. And plus, I have other copies of this too. Like I said, so
Right.
if I really need to make some sort of pristine copy of this album, I have other means in which to
Okay.
do it. Right.
I bought one Rhino Reserve recently also,
Yeah.
Which was one of your buddies out there in Canada, Gordon Lightfoot.
Okay.
I bought that one and that they did early in the year, and man, it sounds really, really good. I think they did it from the analog tapes too.
Yeah.
I think on that one, but yeah, that one sounds really, really good. So yeah, I recommend these Rhino Reserves. I'm kind of waiting to see some other ones that pop up that interest me.
Well, I can tell you one
That
right
one
off
is
the bat.
pretty
And I
good.
can tell you that because I got another Rhino Reserve, and plus I'm going to be going to get the Last in Line, which is the second album.
The other Dino, yeah.
And that
That's
was
a good
also
one.
a Rhino Reserve done from the analog tapes. But there's one that I got before that turned out really excellent, and I have some really great pressings of this record, and that's Yes's 90125.
Oh yeah.
I have a Japanese pressing of 90125, and most people say, "Oh, Japanese," but they use the U.S. stampers for it. It's the Robert Ludwig cut.
I have the Robert Ludwig promotional copy.
Yeah.
Of that album, and that sounds great. Yeah,
and that stamper was sent over to Japan, and they used their high, quality Japanese vinyl for it, and it sounds incredible. But the Rhino Reserve sounds really, really good too.
Okay.
So if you're looking for a good copy of it, that's another option.
Good to know. Yeah, that's cool. I know it's sold out. You have to find it out there because I know it's sold out on the Rhino site, but you might be able to find it in other areas. Okay. All right. So here's my record that I got recently. I mentioned it on the first episode. They have a band in Colorado, young band in Colorado, second album on their own. I think it's their own label. It's the Velvet Daydream.
Oh, nice.
And it's kind of a weird cover. picture on that one. It's almost psychedelic in a way. But let me get this out. This band is, I came across them on, I think it was Facebook and YouTube, or Facebook, and I saw some videos they were doing for the songs for the album, and I'm like, oh, I'll listen to it and see, I thought, oh, the song sounds, rock's pretty good. It's a pretty good song. I
Yeah.
was like, wow, it's good rock and roll. And it's like, okay, one. Then I saw another one, and this other song was pretty good, but it was different than the other one. But it doesn't, it sounded a little different. Like, wow. But I was enjoying it. So
Yeah.
here is. I'm gonna, for my own purpose here. I'm gonna see. Yeah, it's the back of the album. Kind
Nice.
of. I don't know where he took this picture. Probably in Colorado, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Foothills or something. And inner,
Oh, very nice.
kind of cool kind of picture, whatever. But the good thing, cool thing, well, I'll show you that when I got it. Plain paper sleeve, what are you gonna do with that?
Come on,
Man.
guys.
But the labels are kind of, interesting looking.
It's very psychedelic there.
It just says side A or side B. That's side B, I think.
Oh, nice.
It's like this one's a little different.
Far out, man.
Yeah, I think it says mirrors or something like that. I think this says mirrors, which makes sense because they're standing by all those mirrors out there, right? Too, and it is smoke and mirrors. Oh wait, maybe one side says smoke. Does it? Let's see. Can we figure it out? What does this look like to you? That looks like mirrors.
Yeah, it does actually.
Backwards. Oh, backwards mirrors.
Yeah.
Because the other side is forward mirrors. I get it. So, or not.
Okay.
Very anyway, nice. I don't know what they were doing, but that's okay. Oh, this is really weird, Mark.
Yeah.
Check out this. I'm surprised you didn't notice it, but right here, what is really weird about this? Can you see anything on the actual record itself? Not the label. What do you see that seems
no dead wax?
Exact. It's there's no runout, barely.
Yeah, there's
it's barely.
They used the whole thing.
They used the whole thing on that one, and this one is normal. See, pretty normal.
Wow, there must be a long side. Either that, or they cut it really, really
there is
like
6 songs.
Nice. Yeah.
There is 6 songs. Okay, so I mean, this has some cool stuff. I mean, I love the music. I think it's great. A lot of great music on here. I mean, a couple of them. One sounds like The Doors.
Okay.
I mean, it just sounds. The guy sounds like Jim Morrison on it. The song sounds like a Doors song. It's like, wow, that's pretty dang cool. But then there's your straight ahead. It's most like 70s. I would call it rock. Straight ahead rock, late 60s, early 70s. Really good. But the problem was the mastering, I think, or the production. I would call it probably the production. It's kind of not as clear as you'd like to hear the instruments and things.
Okay.
It's kind of, I don't know how to say it. It's like
muddy.
Maybe a muddy kind of. Yeah, that's probably a good one. Kind of through a filter almost or something. But that's the only problem I have with it. If they could have fixed that, it would be super great. I mean,
that could be a mastering thing too.
It's the only fault. Only fault I have. Now it has this lyric sheet that came in there too, separate. But the cool thing on this is the backside. They signed.
Oh, nice! They signed it.
They actually signed it, like you, Mark. Given the that was a surprise. I wasn't expecting signed on it when I bought it. It didn't say it's signed or anything like that. So that's a nice touch, and it's not a printed. Nice. I went and looked at it. I was like, no, these are real. Real signatures written
that's
on a
great
Sharpie or whatever. But I have to give them props. I mean, I think they need another producer or master kind of.
Yeah, sounds like a
I think it's the
remaster needs to be
mastering
done.
of it.
Yeah.
Something there. It needs to be done. But
Well, let's put it this way. You know why I think it's the
song
mastering?
wise, great.
Because usually when the
Yeah.
mix is done, they usually sit the band down and they say, "Okay, here's how the song turned out. What do you guys think?" "Oh, it sounds
Yeah.
great." Blah blah blah. So usually they all
Oh
check
yeah.
out and approve the mixes, but then they send it to the mastering guy, and sometimes the band is not there for that, because they just send it out. The guy who works on it and he sends it, and that's it. And usually that's where the things get pooched is when
Yeah.
the mastering happens.
Yeah. So yeah, though I think I recommend it. I mean, if you like rock and roll, check it out. There's some videos
Yep.
out there that they've done, kind of quirky videos, just jamming in the middle of nowhere, down a street or something, or
Yep.
nothing high, nothing like it's done
No
in
high
Hollywood or
production.
anything like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but they're just fun, and I think the music is really good. I would imagine you would like a couple of the songs,
Okay, I'll
definitely.
check it out.
Yeah, there's a number of different songs. You make like some others more than others, but yeah, they have a little bit of a variety, but I don't know, they're pretty solid, pretty solid. So it's kind of a throwback band, like I said,
Great.
to the 70s. Um, all right. I think we got through them all
Yes, we
in,
did.
in about an hour. So,
Yeah.
hey, we're getting this down, I think.
That's right. We got to groove.
So, yeah. So, I don't know what we'll be talking on our next episode. Maybe we'll do another 2 to 4 weeks, whatever.
Mhm.
We'll do another one and
Yeah.
see how it goes. We'll come up with another subject. Today's was pretty much about secret messages on the vinyl,
Mhm.
and I hope everyone enjoyed it out there. It's a little
Yeah.
different.
Leave a
Um,
comment.
yeah, leave a comment on YouTube, subscribe, and let us know what you want. If you liked it, first of all, and if
Mhm.
you know any things you might want us to tackle in a future episode. So,
Exactly.
all right. All right. Thanks, Mark, for joining me, of course, as usual.
You're
And
welcome.
yeah, thank you for everyone for watching. And we will wrap this up right now.